How's everybody doing? Welcome to Minto's Athletic Cooking. Today, we're going to be making squirrel eggs. So what you're going to need is one casserole dish. And I'm going to first, before I say what else you're going to need, I'm going to check out the fridge and see what we have in abundance. We happen to have 4 different kinds of mustard. So I'm going to go ahead and utilize little bits of that. Okay? So if you have even just one kind of mustard, that's going to be fine. Let me go ahead and get some lights on here. You don't want to be working in the dark, okay? Because cooking is all about knowing what you're doing and being aware. And you can't do that if you can't see or hear. Can you keep it down? We're cooking in here. So if people are being loud wherever you are, you're going to want to stop them from being loud. Another thing, I just bought more walnuts. So I'm going to use the old walnuts that I have. And we're going to try to make squirrel eggs. So, I need you to be quiet because I'm cooking out here. Thank you. Why don't we go ahead and we'll use the remainder of this too, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to be making squirrel eggs out of walnuts, 4 different kinds of mustard, and this.
Looks really good.
Thank you. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your casserole dish and you're going to rinse it out with a lot of water. Now when you're rinsing it out, you can, please don't play with my food. If you're going to disrupt my cooking session, get out of the kitchen.
I apologize.
So what you're going to do is you're going to rinse it out with a lot of water. You want to leave some water in there to kind of smooth the surface of it. So you can see that sloshing around. You know that that's wet. So what you're going to do is you're going to set down casserole dish properly on a hard surface that's flat. And you're just going to kind of lace it with your sugary substance. In this case, it's Ralph's brand of Apple Jacks. I think it's Apple Jacks. It might be Fruit Loops or something similar to that. You want to spread it around quasi-evenly. And once that's done, you're going to take a few walnuts and you're going to hand crush them and disperse them evenly atop the surface of your sugary substance. And you can use any kind of sugary substance in this cooking. So some people use walnuts. You can use raw sugar. Actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we just, to make this kind of a sweet version, we are going to need this too coming up really soon. But, oh, here we go. Okay. So this is a very sugary substance. It's grenadine. A lot of people use this to make Shirley Temples and things like that. If you can't get it open, find something else. That's what I always recommend when you're cooking. If you can't open whatever the thing is that you're cooking with, just go ahead and find something else to cook with. So here we have some brown sugar. We're going to use that. I'm going to take a little bit out. Just kind of bash it if it's hard and dry like ours is, because this is pretty old. I'm just going to sprinkle some brown sugar over this. And then, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do spicy mustard.
Oh, question, why do you do spicy mustard?
Because it happens to be the mustard that we have the most of, because we have 3 different kinds of spicy mustard. So you can use whatever kind of mustard is best for you. Actually, we might end up using this, because I think the color palette is a little bit more befitting of that, because we already have some dark shades of brown from the walnuts in here. So we're going to go ahead, and we're going to just mustard this. Now, you can always do too much, because you can always subtract a little at the end if it gets to be too much. So you are going to want to kind of do it evenly in a visual sense. Don't worry about the volume, but you do want it to be peppered across in kind of an even way. For this, since we didn't use spicy mustard, I'm going to make it spicy with some Tapatio since we have a lot of that. So we are going to be spreading that kind of evenly around, and feel free to get some of the areas that aren't covered in mustard, because it's not just to make the mustard spicy, it's to add some spice to the whole thing. And then we are going to try again to open this, and again, if I can't open it, I'm just going to find another ingredient that I can open. Okay, that time I got lucky. So we are going to use grenadine, and I'm just going to slosh a little bit around here. Okay, so that should be one of the fastest ways that we can make. And then I do have some Starbucks stir sticks. And I do recommend, they are free at most Starbucks that you go to. And you can take these home and you can use these to stir whatever it is you happen to be making. So feel free to just kind of mix them around. And you are going to want to keep most of it in. I spilled a little bit. It's pretty spicy. But the grenadine kind of helps to balance that out. So what you're going to want to do is, again, spread it out evenly. You want a nice visual appearance there. The main thing, because you can never have too much worry and focus on presentation, and I think that's something a lot of people overlook when they're cooking at home. So now that it's all presentable and ready to go, we are going to need to cook it. And what you're going to do is you're going to set your casserole dish here. You're going to preheat the oven to, let's say, 475. You're going to want a nice flash heat. 475 is a good place to start. If it's not instantly flash cooked, you can go up to 480. Now, while that's happening and this is preheating, we are just going to fry this really quick. And the casserole dish is not made for this, so I recommend doing it for maybe 25 to 30 minutes. And that is how you make squirrel eggs. Good luck, everybody. And feel free to add water if it's too spicy.